And welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. You know you can find all the information of today's show after the show on aztv.com and go behind the scenes and follow us on our Instagram and Facebook at Arizona Daily Mix. All right, listen carefully. Spring is in the air, and what better time to do some DIY remodeling, and who better to help than the house judge himself, James Judge. House Judge, how are you doing?
I am great, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. It is the springtime. You know, we're starting to move outside. People have been cooped up inside.
Absolutely.
And it's time to kind of like, for once, since we watch enough YouTube stuff, to do things ourselves around the house. But we need some help because it's a little different than what we see on YouTube, because usually those people are out east. We're here in the West. So
absolutely, yeah, and we're seeing some really different trends happening, right?
Yeah.
Like trends have dramatically changed in 2022. So totally different colors, a lot of different fixtures and finishes that are happening. So first of all, kind of look at the trends, right? So in 2022, we're seeing a lot more natural colors. We're embracing organics. We're definitely embracing a lot of green tones. So most of the color of the years for all the top brands are in the green family.
Is it?
So if you want to refresh your kitchen, consider painting your cabinetry green.
Ooh,
you know, it's believe it or not, green's definitely considered a neutral color, and we're embracing all those organics, natural colors, and even bringing taupe and brown and lighter organic colors back.
So and keep these pictures going, because I want to ask about this as we're looking here.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it's not a lot of green in places. It's kind of like put in certain areas, but it still makes the kitchen pop.
Absolutely. So, you know, the biggest thing is two-tone cabinets, still a trend. So embracing maybe a lighter color on top with a darker color on the bottom, but really enhancing that green element. You know, after spending so much time at home, people are really appreciating having some of those warmer, natural elements being a part of their daily lives.
So I have a neighbor who is actually changing their door. We thought they were always getting a new door, but they're painting their door like every couple of months a new color.
Okay.
Is that the new trend?
I mean, that seems like a lot of work. They might just be indecisive, and so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the indecisive factor. But you know, if they've got the time to do it, good for them. So.
And so, do you want to put the colors on the outside of the house too?
Yeah. So you know, I think it's nice. I'm a big believer of connecting outside and inside. So literally, I embrace both. You know, if I'm doing a color inside, I do carry it outside. Okay. And it's a nice way too to kind of embrace textures. That's another big trend for 2022.
Yeah.
Is how can you bring textures into your home? You know, we've been seeing them for a while. Wallpaper's been becoming a lot more popular, but there's different ways to actually bring it in, whether you're adding modern wood strips or exposing brick. Adding, you know, a modern wallpaper, although maybe not texture to it, it gives the implication of texture. And wainscoting, always a great example. It's a little bit more of an old-fashioned traditional style, but really brings in that dimension. And the more time that we're spending at home, the more it is nice to have visual interests, things that you can appreciate looking at.
Okay, so I'm doing a remodel, and I'm doing like the shelving kind of like parallel kind of different ways and stuff on the wall.
Okay.
Is that good, bad, or?
I mean, I support it for you. Absolutely. That sounds fantastic. Parallel on the wall shelving. I mean, I think you might. I mean, it's gonna work. I mean, I'm a believer. Anytime that you're doing something for your own home, I think that sounds amazing. I mean, the parallel shelving could go a lot of different directions there.
Thanks, James.
So,
thanks. That's like when they came in and said, "Oh, wow, Brad, you can fit in that shirt." Yes, I can.
All right, so it's working for you. The shelves are working for you. The T-shirt's working for you. You've got it covered. So,
all right. So since I am doing some, of course,
yes.
You know, woodwork in the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are talking, of course, where we talk about this wood right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the big thing is, so for the third trend that we're seeing in 2022 is some essential DIY. You know, it's no surprise that right now there is a shortage of furniture and decor and whatnot. So make it yourself, you know? So if you don't want to wait 6 to 12 months to actually get that table delivered, think about things that you can do to make it yourself. So literally, we took this log and cut it up into discs. I bought these legs on Amazon and screwed them on, and now you have these kind of cool side tables.
Yeah.
Super easy. This is totally DIY, assuming you have a chainsaw, which rumor has it you have one in your life.
It's making funny because I had these big pines that came down, and I went to cut them myself because I wanted to do something like this. Bought the chainsaw, and I pretty much called someone else to come take care of them.
Well, that's okay. So, you know, and that's the biggest thing though, is a lot of people are looking at what they've got stylistically in terms of design. Can you reupholster something? Can you spray paint something and really give it new life? You know, whether you're standing down on top of a table painting the base, or actually just, I found an ottoman and had it reupholstered to make it look outdoors. And actually, in this exact photo, you'll see, look at these side tables. Wow. There they are in that photo, and that ottoman actually was just a great example of a good reuse. So
is that outside?
That is outside. That's actually my patio.
And what's the stairway? I'm looking at the stairs because that's really nice. That's really.
Thanks. Yeah, so that actually goes up to a little rooftop deck.
Did you make all this yourself? Did you add on this? Is that what's going on?
So I do a big Instagram account called The House Judge. I don't know if you're following me yet, Brad.
I'm about to get on there.
Okay, and so I do all before and after transformations for houses and design.
Nice, and that's really cool to see all that going on right there.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk a little about one person's junk is another person's treasure.
Absolutely.
And that's something I'm starting to see more as I'm following people on Instagram and stuff. They're taking grandma's old piece or someone's old piece and making it really new, or even taking a new piece and making it look old. And so that's the kind of thing that's going on now.
Yeah, and it's a really cool way to actually embrace that, because right now, of course, we're seeing a lot more of a curated and collected style. So in terms of what style is popular, it's not just about being modern or being farmhouse, but it's about working with what you've got, maybe taking something vintage and giving it a new life, and kind of curating it together to find the best of both. And as a result, you get a really cool end result. So it's a curated, collected style, and I'm here for it.
And let's remind people that it's your liking, not trying to be like someone else. So when you do that, and that's where you also remind people about that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able to infuse a lot of individuality into it, right? You're making it your own, and so it's one of a kind. I mean, nobody else has these yet until they all see the segment. But same thing with this chair, right? This chair was an outdoor patio chair. It was something that most people probably would have discarded. Pulled it up and spray painted it, and rather than having it be an outdoor chair, I really focused on kind of making it feel more interior by actually just adding the spray paint, really giving it a more finished look, and then reupholstering the cushions in a faux leather to make it feel interior.
Look at that. That's amazing. So, will you come back more? Will you come more on the show?
Yeah,
for us?
anytime, Brad. We can hang out. We can talk about your future tables, those shelves. I need to see how this is going to work out.
Together. Can we do something together?
Absolutely.
Will you come? You promise?
I pinky swear.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
Boom. All right. Cool. There we go. Come on back and join us.
All right.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Tell them again where they can find out more about you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can check me out on Instagram as The House Judge, or on my website, The House Judge as well.
There you go. James, thanks for coming by.
Thanks so much.
All right. And we're glad you're still here with us, because we're not done. We got more mix right after this.